So Spooky Pinball has officially released a trailer showing off some gameplay, and I took it upon myself to watch it at 25% speed. In this video, I'm going to be showing you where all the shots are going, as well as maybe some things you might have missed. So let's get into it. So before I get started, I need to clarify that the video footage I'm using is directly what they uploaded, which is 720p quality. Now you may be asking, why didn't they do 1080p? At least 1080p. Your guess is as good as mine. I wanted to make that clear because I have to blow up this image to fill up at least a 1080p screen, so it's not going to be the best quality because you see what I have to work with. So let's start from the beginning. So the trailer shows you at the very beginning that, hey, we have got this game completely loaded up with wireforms, or habit trails, whatever you want to call them. Now, on the collector's edition, each one of these wireforms is a different color that corresponds to each character of this particular theme. Starting from the left, you have brown for Scooby-Doo, blue for Fred, green for Shaggy, orange for Velma, and purple for Daphne. By all means, for those of you out there that do not know, it's very rare to see this many wireforms in a single game. By all means, if you think there are more wireforms in a particular game, let me know in the comment section down below which other game has this many wireforms. I mean, we're thinking, could it be maybe F-14 Tomcat? I'm just going off the top of my head here, but I don't know of a lot of games that have this many in them. Now, the next shot is the shooter lane. The ball basically launches onto the Daphne ramp and feeds directly to your right flipper. I love that it's not a short plunge game. I'm not a big fan of those, as some of you already know. Now, something to take note of on the very first shot of this game is that the ball goes airborne. You can see it on the video, only really at a slow speed, but the ball is almost completely airborne until it hits the spinner. Now, when you hit the left spinner shot, this is going to feed the Shaggy ramp or the green wireform, and this wireform is going to feed to the left flipper. Now, the next shot they have is directly up the center, so the center ramp will lead to the upper playfield every time, but you as the player have a choice to make. You can either turn your upper flipper into a diverter that feeds the ball so you can have it in play in the upper playfield, or you can let the ball go directly straight onto the Fred ramp that feeds to your left flipper. Now, there are magnets on the upper playfield, and whenever you strike Captain Cutler, both of the hands move back and forth like this. I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, the shots on the upper playfield, which there look to be quite a few, you will find that the airfield shot is going to feed the purple or Daphne wireform, and that's going to lead to your right flipper. The Gold City mine shot is going to feed the orange or Velma wireform that is actually going to feed to your apron, which we'll go over that in a little bit. The Black Knight shot is going to horseshoe around and feed the upper right flipper. And there seems to be quite a bit of horseshoe shots in this game, which I'll go over in a second. Something else to note is a switch located here. The right orbit shot is actually a horseshoe that feeds around to this area right here. You basically have a horseshoe on each side of the game. There is a 5-ball multi-ball mech inside of the mystery machine. So if you want to load that up, then by all means hit that right spinner shot. That will load it up, and whenever it comes time to release that, it will release the balls into the very far right orbit. This is up to a 5-player game as noted on the screen below. You will get to choose what character to play as at the beginning of your first turn. Now, the 3 drop targets that are on the left side of the game, that is hiding a scoop. This scoop has a VUC that will feed to the Scooby-Doo wireform, and that will lead to the apron ball lock. Something else to note, and it's not really mentioned, I don't think, but I could be wrong about that, but I don't believe it has been at least highlighted in this particular trailer that there is a kicker, like a slingshot, if you will, on the far right side of this game. Now, they don't clearly show this in the trailer, but if you drain the ball on the upper playfield, I don't really know exactly where it goes, but it looks like it would drain onto the Shaggy ramp, which would feed your left flipper. And there you go. That's my dissection of this particular playfield. I believe I've got everything, but chances are I probably missed something. So by all means, Let me know what I did in the comments section. Now, I want to go over this game in better detail and my thoughts and opinions about what I'm seeing, but I'm going to make that a separate video. And I might be able to get that video out later today. So by all means, ding my dong. That way you can be notified of whenever I upload it. I mean, the game looks great, very original on a lot of things, but how does it shoot?